All right, what's up, everybody? It's North Shore 9 Postgame Show. Pirates lose 6-3. 6-3, right? Yeah, I don't know.
6-3. It didn't matter after they scored 3. So
yeah, I'm Tyler. With me is Dougie Fresh. Doug,
what's up?
Pirates drop the series. I don't know.
Yeah, total team loss. I know we're gonna want to put it all on Ryan Barucki, but we had base runners today. We had guys on second base with no outs and all-stars and MVPs, coming up to the plate, and they didn't do their job. And I mean, again, right? We had some poor fielding, and Rich Hill hits a batter, gets a walk. It was a complete team effort. Some poor decisions by Shelton in there, and I think they can all share in the credit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I really didn't get to see anybody complaining about the game today because Twitter is just dead.
Yeah.
So this is the first taste of what everybody's thinking about today's game, and it does seem like everyone wants to throw it on Ryan Barucki. I'm okay with throwing it on Ryan Barucki, but with that comes some criticism of Derek Shelton. You mentioned the poor fielding. Barucki's a big part of that as well. Gives up 2 runs on an error from him. He's just not a major league pitcher. He should be an indie ball.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. He's done really. I mean, I guess his last 2 outings have been okay, but yeah, he's done nothing. Has not pitched well. And right, if you can't do the thing you're supposed to do well, you should be able to at least do some of those other things well. And throw to first base is one of those other things. I don't know why he was in at that point. So there's that. Again, just another, sort of head scratching loss. Opportunities all over throughout the game to win, and nope, no. We just made it worse. Just got farther behind.
Yeah, I would like to sit here and just beat the Barucki train to death because I don't want to watch him pitch. It's not Ryan Barucki's fault. He shouldn't have been in that situation. I don't understand why he's in a 1-run game ever.
Right. Well, I mean, first of all, he shouldn't be on the roster. Secondly, he should not be pitching in that situation. So yeah, right. Like I said, it's easy to jump on him, but he had co-conspirators there. So,
Yeah. And managers have this weird mentality when when you're losing by 1 run, all your good relievers are off the table. We can't use them. That just felt like what today was from Derek Shelton. Right. I don't know why Colin Holderman's not in there.
Yeah. Why are we using mop-up guys? Just because it's a 1-run game, and again, we've had guys on base. We got the rare Jack Sawinski hit when the game was still tied. There, leadoff double. Might not see one of those again till August. And then nothing happened. Next inning, we get a leadoff double, and by Palacios, and Nick Gonzalez comes through. But that was it. There's your, it seems like offensively we have 1 good inning a game in us. And after that, it's just there's nothing there. But you're right. Why aren't you using Holderman? Why aren't you using just one of your better relievers? Why are you using a mop? And I know the bullpen is generally speaking not very good right now.
Right.
But then that gets back to then make it better. There's got to be somebody better than Ryan Barucki available. I'm not saying go get the kid that closed for Milwaukee today, Devin Williams. I'm just get a major league reliever. An average major league reliever.
Yeah, I seem to. Well, Will Crow made a rehab appearance again today. He's probably not far. You'd assume Barucki's pretty. I would assume actually that this was probably Ryan Barucki's last appearance as a Pirate. I can't see him tossing him back out there. He only has a job because he throws his left hand.
Right. I mean, I hope so. I hope so. And again, it's nothing against Ryan Brucky. I'm sure he's a hardworking, wonderful person. We've put him in positions that he should not be in. And Will Crow, and I know we're all down on Will Crow, but there was a span last year. He looked really good. There was a span last year that North Shore 9 had a debate on whether or not he should be traded. I remember it. And I think you were on the trade him, but trainer side, and Jim was like, no, he's doing something really well.
Yeah, and then he got bad really quick.
Yeah, and then, right. We pitched him 2 innings every day.
Right.
Used him as an opener a couple times. I mean, it was just like, there was no chance that he was going to get any run.
Yeah, they beat him to hell. I guess let's just keep it on the pitching side here, though.
Right.
Rich Hill gets start, goes 5 innings, 3 runs.
8 strikeouts.
Yeah. I don't even need to watch Rich Hill starts anymore. Just, I know it's going to be 5-6 innings, 3-4 runs. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, he's really quite predictable, right? He's gonna give up a few runs, and it's gonna be in a frustrating manner, right? He has 2 outs, and he hits a guy with a 69 mile an hour curve, and then he walks a guy, and then he gives up a 3-run homer, and you're like, But again, Rich Hill did fine enough. He gave up 2 runs, right? You're supposed to win games where your starting pitcher gives up 2 runs, and not happening. We don't do this. So no beef with him. Majinski was next, I think.
Perdomo.
Oh, Perdomo. Yeah, Perdomo. He did fine. Majinski, he did fine. So you are getting decent enough pitching to win this game, and we come back to what our core problem is.
Yeah, it was a couple fun days of hitting.
Right.
And then today came around. It was fun for. You know what? Maybe about 30 seconds it was fun. Nick Gonzalez, homers, thinking, man, this offense is coming alive since these new guys have come up. And then,
right. You get Palacios, who's been sort of a spark plug. I mean, am I overstating it there? But it seems like he's added a little energy, enthusiasm.
He's played better than I thought he would.
Right.
I think he's deserved the at-bats he's gotten. He's done the most he can with them.
Right.
He's just another guy that's being used in the spot he shouldn't be used.
Yeah, I would prefer to see
him lead off.
Well, today he was 5th. Jack Sawinski was batting leadoff, who should never. Jack Sawinski gets you, 2 or 3 days of hits, and then you go, 0 for 40, and with a few walks thrown in. It's driving me crazy. I believe Sawinski should play every day. I believe he should play against lefties, but he should be batting way down. But the problem is, we've got 5 guys that you say should be batting further down in the lineup, right? Palacios should be batting 7th. Hayes, when he comes back, should be batting 7th or 8th. Austin Hedges should be batting. I mean, there's only so many spots that you could force a guy down into, especially when you're not playing Henry Davis. So but I like what Palacios brought. A little, like I said, a little enthusiasm, a little energy, and this team has seemed to be lacking that. He and Henry Davis have sort of amped things up a little. That's been fun to watch. But otherwise, outside of that, not too much. I mean, Gonzalez had 2 hits. Carlos Santana, Carlos Santana is I know he had that kind of a month of struggles, but man, has he played great defense at first base, and is hitting pretty well. I think he leads the team on RBI, which again is not necessarily.
He's hit cleanup all year. I would hope.
He's been in the right spot. Yeah, but again, hitting cleanup on this team doesn't necessarily mean there's guys all over the bases. So,
but he's hitting the ball really hard lately. His at bats really all year have looked professional. It's not that he's looked bad at the plate. He's just wasn't producing for a very long period of time.
Right.
Lately, the last 3 weeks or so, he's looked really good. He's still lining the ball all over the field. Just today, there not much action in front of him to really do anything with.
Yeah. It's we have had for years a really difficult time stringing hits together. And I just, like I said, we're seeing nice things out of Henry Davis, and Nick Gonzalez looks like he's perked up a little, and even Triolo's had some nice at bats, but that seems to happen. We bring a guy up, he's good for his first 2 weeks, and then a couple discussions with Andy Haynes, and he's 3 strikeouts and a walk. And that watching those third strikes down the middle go by, that sort of thing.
Talk a little more about today's hitting. Brian Reynolds comes back. I'm thinking, man, we could maybe get a little Kutch, Reynolds, Davis, 1, 2, 3, followed by Santana. Of course, they give Davis the day off.
Right.
I guess I kind of understand it. He doesn't need to play every single day, but he's
right.
I'm not to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too hung up on Henry Davis getting a day off.
It's just not make it a habit here where he's getting like 2 days off a week or something like that.
That's it for the load management. He should not have a day off.
Yeah. His days off should come as a DH.
And they should come, next weekend at the All-Star break, right? He's about to have 3 or 4 off, So, I think he can recover from playing right field. It's not like he's catching. So, but again, I'm not, whatever. They have all their little formulas and slide rules and all that stuff that tell you, when a 23-year-old, 24-year-old kid needs a day off, fine. It's fine. But yes, it would be nice to see, again, 4 or 5 decent hitters in a row. I don't understand the wanting to keep Davis as far away from Kutch as possible. I don't know what formula leads to that. And now that you got, like I said, back Kutch leadoff, bat Reynolds second, put Henry Davis, Santana.
And then if Santana continues to be hot, you have him 4.
Yeah.
That's a lot more intriguing of a top of the order than it was.
Right. Yeah, even though Sawinski got a hit, I think he got one. He does have those, but
he does. But Sawinski, I think, is a guy that he's gonna serve a better purpose hitting lower in the order where there's not much pressure on him.
Right.
That he's probably going to see a few more mistake pitches because nobody's going to be locked in on him.
Right. Yeah, and when it comes, it comes. Right. When he gets hot, it's amazing. And
but when he's bad, he just kills you if you're hitting him at top of the order.
He is 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. All strike. It's not productive outs. It's just terrible. You can't have him first. You can't have him third. Again, bat him 7th, and just whatever you get out of it, you get out of it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Like you said, though, there's just too many guys that need to hit lower in this order. Now, you talk about getting O'Neal Cruz back. You get when you have Reynolds here, Brian Hayes comes back. You have Henry Davis up, Kutch is here. Then you can start to really think about a nice lineup.
Right. I know you think August, Cruz comes back. By then, Andy should be up.
It's really a shame that we got robbed of that. We got robbed of 2 months.
We really did. We really did. Right. If we have, this lineup needs some depth and some length or whatever. And right. So you go Cruz, Reynolds, Andy, Henry, Kutch, Santana. Who cares then the 7th and 8th and 9th guys, right? It's like, okay, if it's Brian Hayes, Nick Gonzalez.
Brian Hayes becomes a lot more tolerable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shoot. Our boy Hedges becomes a lot more tolerable.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that far. Because if Andy and Henry are both here, I don't need that.
Somebody's got to
watch that.
Yeah.
But you start to see, if you squint hard enough, a lineup is going to be together hopefully soon. I guess that's all we can hang on to.
We discussed this last time we were on here together. This team is close. You like you said, if you squint, you can see. I've been impressed with Nick Gonzalez. We wrote him off for so long. You guys had the guy from Fangraphs that just crushed him. Neil crushes him pretty consistently on our podcast, and he still hasn't done anything too amazing. But when you just look at his stats or whatever, you see the strikeout rate. But man, he's got quick hands and makes really hard contact. And now I'm going to get into the Brian Hayes exit velocity conversation, but it does seem like he makes some really good contact, and we'll see what happens. But I've liked what I've seen, and I didn't. It seems like he can play second, third, or shortstop. adequately enough. No Gold Gloves in his future or anything like that, but adequately enough, which sometimes for a Pittsburgh Pirate middle infielder, that's high praise.
Yeah, let's talk about Nick Gonzalez and day he had a little bit here. Goes 2 for 4, hits the home run we discussed earlier. Like you said, I like what I've seen out of him at shortstop. Obviously, he's not a long-term option there, but he can play it in a pinch. I think he's pretty equal to Marcano there. Marcano probably has a little better range, but the arm is a lot better from Gonzalez, I think. Just the bat today, really, since he's come up, I haven't seen as much of the swing and miss stuff as I thought I might. Of course, the league hasn't really bared down on him yet.
Right.
But for the most part, I've liked enough of his at bats. I think really his bad day was or his first start as a Pirate when he looked really bad. Since then, he
just looked overmatched. Yeah.
Yeah. Since then, he hasn't looked overmatched, I don't think.
Right. Yeah. His first couple games were a little bit. He's made again solid contact. At this point, I wouldn't mind seeing him a little higher in the order, especially if you could surround, put him between two decent hitters or something. But yeah, he's not been chasing as much as I just assumed that he was going to. And yeah, I mean, you're right. He hasn't faced anybody twice yet. He hasn't, there's no real tape or anything out on him yet. Certainly there'll be, they're going to find his holes and exploit them soon. We'll see how he reacts. But so far I've been impressed.
You can see the bat to ball skills that got him drafted so high and why he was regarded as such a good contact hitter.
Right. Why he was going to be competing for batting titles.
Right. Like you see the bat speed, it obviously plays. There's just something with his swing that he really will struggle with off-speed stuff. I don't know that chase is really the issue. I think it's just there's a hole somewhere, and he has trouble getting the barrel of the baseball. So.
If maybe we could combine him and Sawinski, right? Sawinski can't really hit fastballs, so merge them, throw a little Castro in there, and we might have a complete player.
But all things considered, I'm very happy to watch him get really every day at bats.
Yeah,
probably the next at least month. Like give me a month of him in the lineup almost every day, and let's see what we got.
Yeah,
everybody else has got that opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason for him to be losing at bats to Castro, Marcano, or Bay at this point. Obviously, I know Bay's on the IL, but give him his shot. Let him play every day. Again, he's not hurting you defensively, and there seems to be some upside with that bat. Let's see if we can get something out of it.
And at the end of the day, he provides a little bit of pop that this team desperately needs right now.
Right.
That's why Jack Sawinski can get away with going through the spells he does, because this team needs pop.
Oh, we have to find out. We have to find out with Sawinski. I just tired of seeing it at either leadoff or third. So play him every day. I mean, when he's right, he is. I mean, as Jim likes to say, prime Juan Soto.
Yeah.
If we could just get 60% of prime Juan Soto out of him just on a consistent basis, that'd be something. So yeah, I mean, he's another one I want him to play every day, and those bats are getting harder and harder to come by now because Palacios deserves his at bats. Henry Davis certainly deserves his at bats. Reynolds is going to get his. Yeah, it's nice, compared to this time last year where we had no idea. It's like, why are these guys getting those at bats? And so, now it's like, do we have enough at bats?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get to have that argument soon on whether there's enough at bats, because I'm tired of watching a lot of these guys.
Yeah. It's time to cut.
Just kind of touch on one of the other new guys, Triolo, today. He's been highly regarded with his glove. You can hop on here and listen to us talk about his glove.
Right.
The glove is really good. Really bad day for Jared Triolo.
Just had a bad day. Right. You don't forget to play defense as good as he does, as well as he does. He just had one of those days. Shake it off, go back tomorrow.
Yeah. We can put to bed, though, anybody that is on Twitter when it actually works, saying that Triolo is the best third baseman in the organization. Brian Hayes is the best third baseman. He's a better third baseman. That's not really a question.
Brian Hayes is the best third baseman, most likely in Major League
Right.
Baseball. Right?
So
There's one other guy.
let's not get that one
Let's
rolling
not.
downhill.
Yeah, stop, people.
But Triolo, not a good day at third base today. He didn't make plays that he should have. Cost him probably at least one run. Just a bad day for him. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody has him.
Yeah.
You guys see a little more out of the bat from him though.
Right. He's, yeah. I mean, but he hasn't looked. I mean, I guess we should stop celebrating. Hasn't looked terrible.
I feel like I say that about a lot of people.
I know it's
he
getting
didn't
a little.
Or he hasn't looked terrible.
Right.
That is my go-to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what he's been at the plate. He hasn't looked terrible.
Right.
I think everybody just questions whether, well, one, he's probably not going to hit for a very high average, and two, the power probably isn't there.
Right. He doesn't have power. And he's not going to hit for average. Well, then what is he exactly going to do?
Right. I think you hope that the average can kind of be around a 270 hitter.
Right.
But that's really asking a lot for him because he's just not going to have the power.
Yeah. Can he be Jordy Mercer?
Yeah. They look the same, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. That's who I mean, with that glove, if he can, right. Not everybody's going to be an all-star hitter. It's fine, and if you can field the position as well as he does, there's room for him. There's a place for him. But yeah, we can't have another automatic out that when he does run into one is a single. So
yep. Anything else you want to talk about for today's game?
I don't think there's much else. Like we've covered it. There wasn't much to discuss with the hitting.
Yep.
There wasn't much. There's not much to discuss at all.
Nope.
Dodgers, baby. Here we go.
Yeah. Pirates lose 6-3. Just to put it out there, I don't know how exactly we're going to send everyone the link, but we are starting a Discord channel since Twitter is basically broken. We were pretty active in it today's game. I don't know if they'll tweet out the link, so I don't know how you even get to Discord. I know I'm in the channel. I don't know how any of this stuff works.
Yeah,
I know I'm there.
I'm 107 years old. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, let me go back.
It's basically
to
a big old group chat that we can chat in. Ask someone smarter than me on. Oh, links in the description. Thanks, guys. You guys are the best.
Way to go.
So join the Discord from there. Come talk to us. Just one big old group chat, basically. Aside from that, I think we're out of here. Next week's a bunch of 10 o'clock games, so you probably won't see my face until the weekend. I'll be snoozing.
Yeah. I could do maybe one of them. No, I could. Maybe one.
I'll be sleeping. All right, let's get out of here, Doug.
All right. See you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy your 4th.
Yep. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.